what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my RWBY Ice Queendom Episode 4 English Dub review. So this episode starts off, kind of really unknown. They already just started off with RWBY basically already in Weiss's dream world with her new outfit. And Sion, is calling her up with the phone and telling her all the information she needs to know. RWBY at one point in this episode actually discovers about her weapon being slightly different because, Sion had told her that basically it's the way Weiss sees, you. So this is how she sees the weapon, I guess. There's, interactions with them talking to Yang and, Blake in the real world, explaining what they're going to have to do and contribute later on, to try and to free her and whatnot. But literally, why aren't they in the dream world with her? You know what I mean there? So kind of really weird. As she's investigating, because RWBY is basically trying to find Weiss. So she's in the city, and you see her father gloating with the statues and stuff like that, and then you hear about Nicholas, the person who kind of started the Schnee Company, and RWBY is basically looking for her and can't find her. Then the robots try to go after her because she's an intruder. She uses a disguise dummy to distract them. You know what I mean? So there's that. And after that, she's going to where where the factory is with other robots and this butler guy, see how it works. And then he sees the butler and talks about the situation and whatnot. He was one of the 7 butlers, I think they said, or whatever. With these robots all around. She then eventually goes and she sees another butler who is basically a jail cell guard, who basically is imprisoning all the people that Weiss, I guess, doesn't view as worthy. Noticeably, a dummy of Ren, a dummy of Nora, a dummy of John are in there, and they're not really talking. RWBY's not in there, which is kind of weird. But also Pura's not in there because I guess Pura is viewed as good to Weiss. So there's that. Eventually they do bump into. Well, I shouldn't say they bump into each other. They eventually, once again, the robots are chasing after her again. You got all these black figures, stick figures, kind of like an homage to the original season when there was no budget for the first season, where they had these black stick figure cutout people or whatever. But those are the shadows. We eventually see Weiss in her room, or in her I guess command center or whatever, where she's in the mansion walking through, trying to get the matter of the situation. You see a bat of what is a depiction of her brother. Um, and she's being in contact with the father. She basically says that she's going to be the successor. She basically looks like she's now with her new outfit or whatever, and she's basically like, looking like as death, like everyone has been saying from Akame Kill. Yeah, very original. But anyways, so she eventually then goes. There's a big wanted poster for RWBY. RWBY sees it. The robots, like, once again, come after her and pile her in. And then you see Weiss confront her. And she basically just asks Widows everything was a lie. Everything that we did in the previous episode, was that all a lie? Was that all for nothing? And, Weiss is basically saying, you're not in my league. You're a nuisance and I must capture you. And so she's like chasing after her. She uses a dummy again. Cuts it down. Weiss attacks. There was also, I remember there was also a reflection. Well, actually, before they started chasing her down, there was she opened up a book thing or whatever, where she, like, looked at herself and there was, like, a judgment. I think she was calling out to Winter, her older sister. So I guess she views Winter as, like, someone that because she wants to, like, she wants to, surpass her or whatever. So I guess in her dream, because this is her dream of how she envisions people, she sees Winter as a superior and she wants to be ahead of her. So I guess that's why. Winter gives the judgment of getting rid of RWBY, and then that's what she does. She goes after RWBY. RWBY uses a decoy. She cuts it down. She's still chasing after her. And, that's basically some of the episode. RWBY is almost out of coins. And, she used the door for one of them to get out of there after the decoy one. But then she had one coin left, and she had to leave or whatever, I guess, that's what she was going to do. But then she decided to stay because she wants to continue to, I guess, try to save Weiss. So they're now in a confrontation, about to fight. And that's where the episode ends. The ending credits were kind of cool. They kind of showed Weiss a lot in the credits. Again, solid episode, a lot of fighting, kind of straight to the point, but kind of a little weird. They don't enter the actual thing. They didn't show that in the previous episode of, that, they just kind of like assumed that everyone was like, oh yeah, he's gonna volunteer, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, kind of rushing right in. And a lot of rushing is going on with a lot of these episodes. It's really kind of weird that they're kind of just rushing into things. And I don't know. I guess they just expect people to watch the show. But now you're getting into territory where, this is completely different. Like, universe, completely different world. You're in a dream world. Like, what is, like, my whole thing is, what is the end game of all of this? What is the end game of Weiss, or whoever, whatnot, being in this dream world? Are they supposed to forever be in this world, with their own fictional, what they see the world as? type deal, or is this supposed to get to a point where the Grimm eventually takes over the person body and they wake up in the real world as the person that they are in the dream world? Like, what is... See, this is the thing that they really need to establish. What is the selling point of this whole dream world? What is the end game? What is the end game of the dream world? Okay, you know what I mean? What is the end game of the dream world? Okay, like, because, like, is she just gonna forever, like, let's say, you know, Ruby fails the mission, right? You know, obviously that's not gonna probably happen, but I'm just saying, let's say, like, all these people fail the mission. Okay, what happens to Weiss? Does Weiss eventually just manifest into something, into what she is in the dream world, in the real world? Or does she just forever stay in the dream world as this being? Like, this is the thing that I just don't, you know what I mean? I just don't get exactly where this whole dream world is going. You know, what is the concept? What is the end game of this entire dream world? Because everything else, you know, we know, you know, in the last episode we seen Roman planning something with the White Fang, which is similar to what happens in the original series. So, what is exactly the end game of this dream world? What does it tie in with the actual, you know, other, you know, stuff that's going on outside of the dream world? This is stuff that I think really needs to be answered, and hopefully we get an actual answer in next coming episodes. But nonetheless, yeah, very interesting episode. A lot of action for this particular episode. But yeah, that is about it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate. If you like this video and my other videos, please make sure to subscribe. And that is about it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace. Also, make sure besides my YouTube channel to subscribe to follow my Twitch, my Instagram, as well as my Discord server. Make sure to go in there. We have fictional discussions of anime, cartoons, you know, live action series as well, TV series, as well as movies, cartoons, animation movies as well, all that good stuff. Make sure to go to all those social media accounts that I have. Thank you, and now I'm out. Peace.